we're going to finally create programs with a graphical user interface, which is what 99% of us use 99% of the time in computing these days. A graphical user interface is simply an interface that, instead of a command line where you can only type, uses elements like buttons and scroll bars and menus and windows to allow us to interact with the code. And with Python, it's not too difficult to create a graphical user interface for your programs. And now that we've done the difficult part of creating really good functions and things that work well behind the scenes, adding a graphical user interface isn't too difficult. Now, I will warn you that this week we're going to cover a set of material that could easily take up like half a semester, maybe even more. You could go really, really deep into the creation of graphical user interfaces. There's a lot of information here. So don't get too overwhelmed. And instead, what I would recommend is, if you have an interest in this, you can spend time doing a deep dive later on. But for the purpose of this module, I just want to give you some exposure to what's out there and what's possible. So in the end, the assignment for this module is going to be relatively simple, and my expectations are not super high in terms of what you are to deliver with that. I'm not expecting you to roll out the next version of Microsoft Word or something super complicated. In fact, what I would suggest is reusing some of your previous code for the class and taking one of your other programs that you've created in another assignment and giving it a graphical user interface. And so you have a lot of options there with how you want to do that and what you want to do.